What's happening, everybody? This is El Wade of ADHD RNT. As you can see by my big shit-eating grin, that I'm happy about something. And y'all know how big of a fucking Star Wars geek I am. But finally get the first glimpse of The Last Jedi. I've been waiting fucking forever for this. I guess this is an ongoing thing, the way they're going to do this, because they're going to, I guess, unveil all these trailers, you know, in the upcoming years. I guess it seems like a trend. They're going to, you know, release them on Star Wars Celebration on Orlando with the, you know, the Disney, you know, thing they do every year in April. So they finally released it after the, you know, the panel talk, and they finally released it. I haven't seen it. When I was watching the panel, and they said, yeah, we got a trailer, and then I just turned it off right then so I can do a reaction to it. I did see the poster because they unveiled the poster. The poster is off the fucking chain, and it's real simple, but it's radiating symbolism in it, which I'm going to talk about a little bit. From Force Awakens, after I watched Force Awakens, see, I didn't know which way they're gonna go with Luke Skywalker. Now everybody was talking about it, you know, Skywalker's gonna go bad, a whole bunch of other things. They were messing with a whole bunch of things because I think they're in the original plan for at the end of Return of the Jedi, they was gonna make Luke bad. They're gonna make Luke turn to the dark side. That was the original plan, but I guess it didn't test well and all that stuff, so they made the happier ending. In The Force Awakens, there was a lot of gems in there, and I didn't know if they did it intentionally or they were actually gonna grow from it, or it was just, you know, just cannon fodder. The right word I learned. But when Han Solo was talking about Luke, when he got his Millennium Falcon back, he was talking to the two kids about Luke Skywalker, and he was like, he's missing, blah blah blah, and he was like, well, rumor has it that he went looking for the original oldest Jedi temple and studied the ways of the dark and the light. I'm paraphrasing, but it's something to that effect. Now, when he said that, like, a lot of people was like, oh, he's gonna go dark and whatever. No. When he said he's gonna start at the dark and the light, it reminded me of the Great Jedi. Now, if you don't know about the Great Jedi, I don't feel bad. It's, you know, it's for the fanatics. It's for the, you know, it's in the books. I can't remember what books or comics. I can't remember where it's from. But I remember one of the original Great Jedi is Jolie Bendo. But if you don't know what the Great Jedi is, they have a different code. It's almost can I explain this? Okay, all right. You already know the Jedi Order, and then we have the Sith Order. Jedi Order. Now, I personally don't really agree with either side. I mean, I know you're like, what? I don't really agree with the Jedi side. I don't really agree with the Sith side. I love the Great Jedi. Now, this is what I mean by this. Okay, the Jedi Order believes that you shouldn't have any passion for anything. You shouldn't love. You shouldn't have any kind of emotional attachments. It's almost like a Buddhist monk. You know what I'm saying? And you should believe in peace and all this stuff. But I understand that part. But if you're supposed to believe in peace and all this other stuff, how can you be violent and take lives? You hear what I'm saying? It's a contradiction to the Jedi Order. You know, I never really liked that. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost going against your nature as you're a being. I mean, yeah, it takes place in space, and there's not only human Jedi, there's, you know, alien Jedi too. But the human condition, like Anakin, the human condition is you have passion, you have love, and repressing that it kind of can make you go bad. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you be like, you can't love, you can't do this. This is the rules. You can't do this. And it's almost like the Catholic schoolgirl syndrome. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm about to enlighten you. Like, real strict Catholics, they raise their children in this box of rules, and it's very, very strict. And it's all about, it's all about God, it's all about this, it's all about that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Then they put them in all-girl boarding schools, fraternizing with boys is bad, you'll go to hell, blah this, blah that. And they constrict them so much that they don't experience anything else. So when they get of age, of 18 or whatever, and they actually get to go out in the world, they go batshit crazy and they go straight bad. They just do like the ugliest, freakiest shit because they've been restricted all their lives. You hear what I'm saying? To somebody else that you don't know about Catholic school, ex-Catholic schoolgirls, those usually end up being the freakiest women of all because they've been restricted all their life. That's how I think about when I'm thinking about the Jedi. I'm like, yeah, they're good, they fight for good, blah this, but their rules contradict their actions. You hear what I'm saying? They want to be all holy and peaceful, but at the same token, they're in wars and they're killing off people. It just doesn't resonate with me, right? You know what I'm saying? So you have that, and then you already know about the Sith Order. The Sith Order is just straight about power, strength, and eliminating weakness. And it's all about passion. It's all about what you feel. It's all about what you want, and you take what you want, victory and all that. The Gray Jedi is in the middle. They believe in peace. They believe in fighting for the little guy and sticking up for the little guy and fighting against straight evil. But they also believe in passion. They also believe in emotion. They also believe, it's Jolie Bendo, who is an ancient Jedi. He was in the Old Republic. I think he was the first one to actually have a wife. I mean, he left the order when he was a Padawan. He was secretly, and he found a wife, and then he secretly trained her because he found out she was force sensitive. So he started to train her against the Jedi Council because he was only a Padawan. He wasn't even a master. So he was doing a whole bunch of shit that he wasn't supposed to do. But he would, as a Padawan, he would still, when they were doing wars and stuff like that, he would still bend the rules if he didn't agree with the council. He's like, well, we need to save these people. But in the Jedi Order, it was like, well, we have to wait for the Senate. All bureaucracy bullshit. We have to wait for the Senate. We have to wait for a vote and blah this. Because, basically the Jedi Council was working for the Senate. And he was just like, you know what? Fuck this. These are bad people. They're keeping food from them. I'm going to fucking go handle business. Like I said, you hear what I'm saying? It's a gentle balance. But as the Gray Order grew, because the Gray Order, people started, filling in the Gray Order. Some people from the Sith side, but doesn't believe in all, the killing and blah blah blah. They would shift to the Gray Order. Same on the Jedi Council. People would shift to, I think there was the Imperial Knights from the what's the name? They would shift. And they would all be in this little gray area. They would not believe in any kind. It was almost like a Ronin, like Japanese people. Like they were wanderers without a master, pretty much, and they could help both sides if they wanted to. Just whatever they did, whatever they felt. But their main thing was to grow with the Force, and all their big mantra. I forget, because all of them have a oath, kind of, sort of. The Sith Order, the Jedi Order, and then the Gray Order had an oath. The Gray Order's oath was all about balance in the Force, because that is the true thing. Balance. Now remember that when I say balance. Now in the prequels, my shit's still going. This is about to go up. Here, let me pause it real quick, because I'll continue this in a little bit. There we go. All right, it was about to go out on me, so I had to, start a new thing. But in the prequels, when they were talking about the prophecy and the prophecy of the one who's going to bring balance to the Force, as shit was going on and people were starting to, Anakin starting to turn bad, blah blah blah, their all the Jedi, their vision was clouded because of the Sith and all this other stuff. Remember when Yoda said maybe misread the prophecy was? Remember that? This is my own personal thing. I think the prophecy was misread. Everybody thinks that it was supposed to be a Skywalker to bring balance to the Force. And to bring balance to the Force, they were saying they have to eliminate the Sith side, and that will be the balance. How would that be balanced if you're killing the bad side so there's a good side? That's not balance. You know what I'm saying? But they thought it was balanced. That's the way the Jedi Order thinks. They thinks that the Sith side is the personification of what they don't believe in. So they think that it's a cancer. They just need to get rid of it, and then the good side will prevail, and that's all the Force. The Gray Jedi believe that you can't have one without the hair. You can't have good without evil. You can't have life without death. You can't have, everything has balance, yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So whoever had this prophecy, they may have misread the prophecy and thinking that Anakin was going to bring balance to the Force, or Luke was going to bring balance to the Force. But Luke may still bring balance to the Force, because now we're going back to The Force Awakens. They're saying that he may have went back to the old Jedi Temple to learn all the ways of the Force. And then that's in the Creed too, as far as the Great Jedi. There's no good side. There's no bad side. There's only the Force. That's what they say. So I'm thinking he went, after his epic fail of trying to bring back, I'm talking about Luke now, his epic fail to bring the Jedi Order back into prominence, because remember, he was the last Jedi in Return of the Jedi. There was no more Jedi. So he attempted, to bring Force sensitive children and start to teach them and blah this and build back up the Jedi Council. Well, it went epically wrong because Kylo Ren turned bad, or Ben Solo turned bad, killed all the Padawans, and now he's back to square one. So he had like almost a crisis of faith. I think in this, he's going back to the Jedi, or the first Jedi Temple, to learn the origin of the Force, the actual Force, not the trickle down, everybody's ideologies of the original Force. No, he went back to the original source, and he's learning the Force that way, which I think is going to make him way more fucking powerful than any other Jedi if he's learning like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in the midi-chlorian bullshit, whatever. I mean, I love Yoda. Yoda is the most powerful, Jedi. But I think Yoda may have been clouded because he was all Jedi Order. It was all about the Jedi Order. It was never any deviation from that. I think a Jedi learning both sides and being as strong as Luke is already with his bloodlines and being a great Jedi, that would be the shit. I think that he's learning the Great Jedi Order. Looking at the poster that they posted, it's got me geeked, because I think that's what they're doing. It shows Rey, and it's a simple poster. You know how, usually the Star Wars posters is all convoluted with fucking everything. There's a whole bunch of stars, there's a whole bunch of, shit. It's so fucking simple. It reminds me of the Tron shit. But it shows Rey holding, she's not even holding anything, but she's like this. It's real small, and she's like this, and it's a big blue light at the end of her hand, and the blue light goes into like a star, and the top of the star goes straight up, almost like a lightsaber, and it's brilliant blue, and then the blue subtly turns into red. Okay, the Sith saber. On one side, on the left side, it shows the left side. It shows the right side of Luke Skywalker's face. The other side, it shows Kylo Ren's face. So just by that symbolism alone, it could say a whole bunch of things. It could say that all three of them is a family affair. It could say, you know, there's a light side and there's a light side and a dark side, and Rey is right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And that could be the proponent of this is going to be the last Jedi. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be no more Jedi Council. There's going to be none of that. It's just going to be great Jedi. So there's a lot of inklings. I hope they give me this is a teaser trailer, so I hope that they give me some kind of Easter eggs, to kind of confirm what I'm saying or whatever. But we gonna enough with the talk. I've been rattling on for about 15 minutes. Let's get to the trailer, and then we'll talk about after the trailer. And I probably won't talk that much more because I'll be fucking melting in my seat because I've been waiting fucking forever for this. So, without further ado, let's get this on. Hold on. I'm getting some interference. What did I do? I think my roommate's playing a fucking video game, so I'm getting jerky shit. Let's try this over, see if it plays smoother. Nope. Hold, please. Okay, I think I got it fixed. We'll see. Alright, there we go. Space. Oh, fake out. She had a vision. Okay. Luke's talking.
Just breathe. Now, reach out. What do you see?
Gary.
Light. Darkness. The balance.
Balance. That look like
It's
it's
so much bigger.
so much bigger. That look like the Journal of the Whales. Oh, shit.
I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just from that little bit, I'm gonna play this again. I got to. Just from that little bit, and from what he just said, I only know one truth: the Jedi must end. It has to be the great. It has to be the great Jedi. I don't know, because it doesn't make any sense for him to be like, okay, it has to end and we all be Siths. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So whoever is watching this and then they be like, oh, he's gonna turn bad. All of them are gonna be bad. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Come on. But when he says the Jedi end, I think he means the Jedi Order, the Order of the Jedi. I think he says that needs to end. We need to embrace the balance, the actual force, the good and the bad, the light and the dark. And just from that the book, that old ass book, and it looked ancient as fuck. And they're in the old temple, I think. That has to be the Journal of the Wills. Oh, and those were the teachings of Jolie Bendo. Sorry. I'm so geeked right now. I have to watch this again. I'm sorry. I have to do it again. I am so geeked. And that's basically said exactly what I was just talking about before this trailer. The light, the dark, the balance. It has to. It has to. And if Luke is teaching her this, she's gonna be one badass chick. I don't even care what her heritage is now. I just know she's gonna be badass if she's learning the ways of the great Jedi. Oh, so cool hearing his voice.
Yes.
And he's teaching.
Now, reach out.
So cool.
What do you see?
Light. Darkness.
The balance. Is so much bigger.
So much bigger. So much bigger than just light and dark.
I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Music, man. Goosebumps, y'all. Goosebumps. Just from, oh, Jesus. I can't wait. I can't wait. I have no more else to say, guys. Post your comments down below. If you like my reaction, lick me, share me. Fucking go Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Always.
Subscribe, motherfucker. It's free.